Good evening, everybody. The topic that I have chosen is personality. Name? Siddharth Dutta. The topic that I have chosen for the presentation is personality. What I would define the word personality would be, it is something that the way you carry yourself amongst others is what reflects your personality. We have always heard a very famous saying, which is, a man is known by his shoes. So it's a very small aspect of our attire, but even that smallest part of our attire shows what kind of a person we are. That reflects our personality. There are other ways as well to look at it. Like, people also try to show their personality as getting marked in an audience. When you try to speak something out of the box, that also reflects that you're a very dashing personality, a different human being, a person who can think differently from the normal crowd. That also reflects your personality. Just to keep in the general terms, smartness, presentability, body language, grooming, softness, a sense of gratitude, and definitely, since we are in the smile industry, so the word smile, all of this adds up to the personality that a person carries. Sir gave us 5 different words, and probably I found personality to be the one which includes all of them, which will be character, confidence, interpersonal skills, and happiness. All these 4 will again add up to your personality, the way you present yourself or portray yourself to others. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. My topic for the day is personality. For a few minutes, I'm going to talk about personality in a completely different aspect, which nobody has ever heard, nobody has ever seen, or nobody has ever even touched or felt. For me, personality is something related to ideas, your thought process. Personality defines, your ideas define your personality. I say this because over the years, men can be forgotten, and even centuries later, an idea can still change the world. The reason why I say men can be forgotten is he can be caught, he can be killed, and he can die, he can perish. But you cannot touch an idea, you cannot feel it, you cannot hold it. Ideas do not feel pain, ideas do not bleed, they do not feel pain, and they do not love. But the most important part about ideas is, even after centuries, they can still change the world, and they can still set new trends. The reason I am talking about ideas in the topic of personality is because the best example I could relate to is Aryabhatta. Everybody knows Aryabhatta over here, I think the famous mathematician who introduced Vedic mathematics, or any other personality who lived 500 years ago. You know about Karn, you know about Aryabhatta, everybody, but their ideas define their personality. It is not what they were at that point of time. Nobody has a picture, nobody has a pictography, nobody has a painting of how Aryabhatta looked or anybody else looked. But what defines them is their idea, and that is special. So keep dreaming, keep coming up with new ideas. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My topic is happiness. Happiness means joy or well-being, which fills energy. It is a secret of success and important phase of life. Happiness is a part of life, and there are different phases of life, and we should face each and every phase of life and moment of life confidently and happily. Happiness may be in any form and different for different people, which makes someone feel good and confident. It is visible on anybody's face as a charm, smile, confidence, and excitement. It automatically motivates us and helps us to achieve our goals. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My topic for the day is personality. What is personality? Basically, in my point of view, it is the way by which a person carries himself, the way he gets dressed, how he speaks, and his gestures, etc. I've divided a personality into 5 factors, which can give an idea about a person and which can adds on to his personality also. Good communication skills, it adds on to the personality of a person, as if the communication skills of a person are not good and he's not fluent and he's not very good in imparting his ideas, so I think that's a deduction at his personality part. Non-verbal communication, as non-verbal communication is the most prior thing which a guest in a hotel industry can look at a person and think that what kind of person he is. If he is doing different kind of gestures in the front office or the lobby area, then a person can be seen that, like, the guest can think that what kind of person he will be. Designation. If someone tells us the GM of the hotel is Martin Johnston, so when I have not met him also, I was like, there was an image for him in my mind that he will be a dynamic personality. The personalities can be divided into submissive as well as dominant personality also. Submissive personalities, in my point of view, are like the people who are like underestimate themselves, and dominant personalities are like who are very overconfident and thinks that we are the boss. The confidence is one more aspect. Confidence adds on to the personality, and that's all for the day. Thank you. Chinmay sir.
Start now. Good evening, everyone. I have chosen the topic personality. Personality is a combination of emotional and behavior response of an individual. In short, it's a whole character and nature of a human being, the way the person carries himself. And personality of someone looks unique from the other of the people. Personality is displayed in more than just behavior. It can also be seen in thoughts, feeling, relationship, and other social interaction. A person having a good personality makes it separate from the people around them. That's it. Good evening, everybody. My name is Shrishti. Well, thanks. Well, to start with, I just could not resist not choosing happiness because this is something which I really strongly believe. I think it's the most important aspect of a human life. Happiness to me is basically a quality which I fail to understand why all of us don't possess. Only a few of us amongst here, they have the ability to make other people happy. Well, I remember this, it reminds me of what my father always says, that it's very difficult to make people cry, to make them sad by using harsh words, but I think it's very, very difficult to make people laugh, smile. So a few of my friends here, I think they are very good at this, so hats off to them. I salute them. And yeah, happiness to me is basically, it's like a connection. All those people here who desire to be happy, I feel connected to them. I feel like, we have a common desire to stay happy. So to me, it's a connection. Thank you. Also, getting into the technical aspect a little, happiness is, like people say, those people who are happy, they stay longer, they live longer. So I think health to me is a state of mind, and a happier mind the human stays more healthy. That's what I believe. And the last thing which on happiness I would like to say is confidence. Like, happiness and confidence go hand in hand, and confidence, it's built stronger. I believe your confidence is built stronger if you are happy. And it's like bring it on whatever situation is. If you are happy, you feel strong. Right? Concluding to all the gyan which I have given, I think happiness, it's like a power booster to all the 5 things which you have mentioned, which is like the confidence, personality. I think it just boosts up everything which you have mentioned, interpersonal skill and all of that. Thank you for bearing.
Good evening, everyone. The topic I chose is personality. According to me, personality is a combination of all the attributes that a person have, like the way he stands, the way he talks, his hand gestures, usually body language, his behavioral traits, his emotions. Personality is influenced by extrinsic and intrinsic factors. Intrinsic as in the health. Like a person who is weak will feel more lazy and inactive. And extrinsic factors includes the way, his environment in which he is groomed, and his family background, his friends. These all factors influence a personality of a person. Our personality starts building at the early stage of a toddler stage, and it keeps on building till we are old. Personalities can be both positive and negative. Positive personality usually attracts people towards them. So, in a nutshell, I will conclude that personality is what we project ourselves to the others. It should be positive so that we could attract attention and influence others. Thank you.
So my name is Lakshit. And the topic that I've chosen today is interpersonal skills. For me, interpersonal skills is anything that we use in our everyday communication, right? It can be also operational communication that we have. Any kind of information that we want to pass on from a higher position to a low position, or from a low position to a upper position, can be called as a interpersonal skills, right? It does not only include the communication, but it also includes the confidence
Let's listen.
It also includes our ability to pass on the message that whatever we want to say, right? It also includes situation handling with context to guests as well, and with context to our fellow colleagues as well. Anyone with strong interpersonal skills will be a calm, very confident, and will have a charisma that will attract everybody towards himself. It does not only include the speech or his vocabulary or anything. It will also include the body language and non-verbal communication that we know that, and any communication that helps you to improve and develop an ongoing process can be termed as interpersonal skills.
Good.
Thank you.
My name is Kanika. Okay, I've selected this topic because I think it's the most important personal aspect that is required in our industry, which is hotel industry. With the new challenges that we have to face every day, almost every day. And so I'll simply explain, as in simple words, I think confidence is a state of being wherein you feel you can achieve anything, and everything almost is achievable. Okay, and confidence basically gives you the power to go beyond what is expected out of you, and you give an exceptional performance at work as well. So, as most of my colleagues before have mentioned, there is a very thin line between confidence and overconfidence, and overconfidence is in another way an arrogance, which should be prevented. So we should always be conscious of that thin line. And I'd like to say more about confidence and overconfidence. Confidence is a very positive aspect, and overconfidence on the other hand is negative. When confidence can make your day, overconfidence can ruin someone else's day. And lastly, I would like to share a personal idea. There are days when you don't feel very confident about new situations, and you find yourself in something that you have never expected. On such days, I imagine my previous manager, whom I think is the most confident person I've ever met in my whole life. And I imagine what he would do in that situation, how he would react, what would he say, and it gives me a lot of power. Thank you.
My topic is happiness, as many people have said about happiness. As according to me, happiness is all about smile. You smile, and that is what happiness is. Happiness in terms of your giving. Yes, Shantanu, smile. in terms of positive energy, positive which attracts positive energy and a satisfying attitude towards a guest. We all are staying in this world just because of happiness. We are working here, we are coming here for work because we are getting happiness. If we are not happy, we won't work for sure. The guest coming to a hotel is happy, that's why they are coming to a hotel. If we talk about the 5 aspects which we have given, none of the topic, character, confidence, personality or interpersonal skill would be complete without happiness. If we are not happy, we won't be happy enough to adapt this element. So for as per as me, I'll feel happiness is a very important aspect of our life. So we should always keep smiling and be happy. Thank you.
Good evening everyone. My name is Balu Mahesh and today I've chosen a topic called character. Character is a representation of a person. It's an individual nature of a person where character builds up growth, relation, trustness and reputation. And character is like a tree where it represents like a shadow, and representation it's like a shadow. We have to follow this. The shadow is what we think of it, and the tree is what we represent. And I want to say one thing, like it majorly represents on the qualities of a person, where if you act a good thing, if you show a good things, that will represent a good attitude, where if you show a bad things, it will represent it a bad way. It's a negative approach. I want to add one thing, like if we lost money, we can earn the money in any ways. If we lost a character, we can't earn it, or we can not think of it. That's what.
Talking about happiness, well, one incident that I would like to share. I had a friend who was coming to my house for an evening. He comes to my house, we had gathered for a tea, and he asks me, instead of a cup of tea, a cup of happiness. Happiness. So, people are very desperate about things like happiness, which you don't get very easily. Yes, that's true. Well, people have already spoken about what happiness is, and you don't get it. However, I would like to focus on why you need it and how can you get it. Touching on a little bit of science of it, what is happiness? What happens in the brain when we feel happy chemically? What happens in the brain when we are happy? There is a particular gland which gets activated, and there is a particular serum which actually flows. That also is responsible for your addiction. Actually, that serum which actually gets activated in your brain, that particular things leads to happiness. In the neurons, through neurons it passes on and then you feel happy. You get addicted to it. If you have a bottle of vodka, maybe a drink or something, you feel happy. Why? You get addicted to it, you tend to do it again and again. Why? Because when you have that particular thing, that serum is secreted, and it's again an urge to reach that particular level. That you physically strive, you try to earn money, you try to find source and means to go and have that bottle of wine or drink or whatever and attain that particular phase. So that is, you are striving to attain that pleasure, and actually that is happiness. So when relating it in constructive terms, if you gain contentment by satisfying somebody else, by giving somebody happiness, you start striving yourself to reach and satisfy people, make people happy, and that's how it keeps on coming automatically to you. I mean, you keep on making people happy, you keep on even helping, going out of your way and help people, and then you, at the end of the day, you feel happy about yourself, that the person is happy, and that is where what happens, that chemical thing happens. That's very important. I mean, that's just a science. Well, why we require it? We require it to maintain focus, because once we are happy, our brain is content, so we can focus and concentrate. And however, it's very well understood that a healthy mind has, a good impact on the health of your body. If you're mentally very healthy, you would be healthy in physical terms. Well, relating it to social and economic, terms, happiness really. See, social is like we are in a society. We spread happiness through our various deeds and acts. So that is the social, impact of happiness. And economic is that. So by everything boils down to happiness. When we are doing a business, we are doing a deal, we are selling across something just to satisfy the customer as well as ourselves. It's a symbiosis. We earn money, we make living out of that, we give that product, he uses it, he's happy, I'm happy. So happiness is the bottom line over here. So it is also important with respect to economy or economics, I would say. It is also very important with respect to social society, and also very, very important for better evolution of civilization. If there is no happiness in the civilization, you would find fights, you would find destruction, and then what happens? It goes off and you have to start from A again. So if there is happiness in the society, you have progressive ideas, you have innovations, inventions, and the wheel of progress goes on, and better evolution of the society or the civilization. So just to sum up, keeping all this in mind, we can always, strive for happiness and then spread that around wherever you are.